You're gonna hurt yourself.
Let it rip, bud. How you feeling? How are you giggling before you even exhale? Weeds never worked faster for anybody.
Talent.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Requiem for a Tuesday. I'm here with Justice and Ricky. And we just went to Memphis.
Hey, Ricky.
How's it going?
Dude, you're not allowed to smoke weed before the show anymore.
Period.
I mean, already?
Sample that.
You're off the rails.
Yeah, that's how I go.
No wonder that waiter called you a faggot.
I was honestly thinking about whether or not we were going to bring it up. That's why I brought it up before we started. But you threw it right in there. You want to go chronologically?
We can start from the top.
We should.
Walkin in Memphis. All right, so we went to Memphis, Tennessee. Not for Elvis.
We didn't even go.
Good.
We didn't even think about it. Nobody even talked about it.
Well, I told Justice that his daughter was having a memorial, and he's like, he has a daughter? It's like, yeah, and she's dead? That's what I just said. Like,
Had a daughter.
Yeah, he had one.
I was like, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So we should go, right? We didn't go.
No, I'm sure it was a mess.
It was probably really crowded. Well, while we were
White
out
people love Elvis.
did we go out for lunch that afternoon? Because it was dead wherever we went, and it was because everybody was at the funeral.
Correct. That's precisely right.
That's when we went to Automatic Slims, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember how busy it was actually.
It wasn't.
Okay.
We didn't wait for one table the whole time, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Well, except for the liquor store.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
That
the
place
one
was
place.
that place was a little full.
10 a.m. on Saturday, right?
But that was our fault. Yeah, that was our fault. That place is so small.
Yeah, it was really small. That's the only reason why it needed that long of a wait too.
Well,
It's chill though.
no, the wait was that long because it takes them an hour and a half to make breakfast.
It was definitely.
It took so long.
It was definitely a long
and
time.
I was so hungover that every second I was like, I'm gonna get mad at this
I
guy.
didn't sit next to you.
The guy wouldn't look at me.
Yeah. He
But
didn't
like,
look
if
me in
he
the
would have
eyes
made eye
either. He didn't-
contact with me for more than 3 seconds, I would have been
know
like,
that I was
"Hey,
mad."
man, what's going on
Yeah.
here? This is like a 12-seater, and everybody in the restaurant's eating. So what's happening right now? There's food on every table except mine, and it's been an hour."
What a vivid experience.
Well, yeah, that place was like in shambles. That they were like running around trying to get it all back together. The guy was talking about like we got to close in like an hour, so he was like turning people away. And then yeah, Adam had to wait like an extra like 15 minutes for that burger. It was I thought they were making like a gourmet platter the way he was talking about like, oh my bad, this will be out in a little bit. And they gave him a, I don't know, you let me know how it was, but it looked like a pretty straightforward
that
breakfast
burger?
burger.
It was. Here's the thing. It was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot.
It was like half brisket, half something.
Yeah,
right?
it was a good blend, the way a burger should be.
The breakfast burger.
It took a really long time, and all it had on it was eggs and bacon. And the side was potatoes.
Did they fuck up the first one? You think they fucked up the first one? And that's
Maybe
why
the
it took
first
so long?
3. I don't know what could have happened.
No, we were deep in our meals when he finally
Yeah,
got his.
my eyes were bloodshot red. I could feel a throbbing in my brain, and every second that went by, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm so hungry. I just
was
want grease.
dehydrating.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So much for chronological order, I guess.
Yeah.
But
10 a.m. on Saturday. We fast forward. Let's throw it back now.
we're doing like a Pulp Fiction storytelling here.
Yeah.
You piece it together.
And the end
We're not
is
doing
Justice
any
is a
movies today.
faggot. That's how the story starts and ends.
That's true.
So, how do we begin?
True.
What time is it? 5 a.m. in Memphis?
Nah, we
We
can
could
do.
just start-
How was your train ride?
On the way there it was fun because it's like you're
Yeah.
just got off work, you're like taking edibles. You're hanging. So okay, this is a little bit better. All right, so you just go. So we just get off work. We're taking edibles. We're smoking carts on the way to the fucking train station. We get on the train. It's chill. We're hanging out.
Yeah.
Well, they're like kind of tweaking about the seating and talking about
Assigned seating my ass.
Yeah, it was a little too much for the situation.
As people get off, it goes so they're pretty strict at the beginning, but like the Amtrak is great.
It's
I don't
fucking
understand.
fantastic.
I don't understand why
It's
people are
the
like,
best.
"Oh, you took the train." It's like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, it was
It was
$80.
awesome.
I had a full reclined seat, a tray in front of me. I was drinking booze that wasn't $100.
Right.
I had what I could have bought a sandwich. I didn't because we were overnight. But
we still went to the cart though, and we saw the it was like
We got a bagel.
awesome. Yeah.
it's great.
Yo, going to
food-
the car was
remember that
crazy.
The
bagel.
food cart's horrible. Like there's objectively
very
there's
good.
nothing good that you can eat there.
Right.
But it's cool that it's there.
But that one specifically, the
observation
way it
deficit.
ends, when you have to like walk over to the end and it just has like one way in, no way out type.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're
Walkway.
separating the classes on the train because you can't go.
That's true.
You can't go the other direction because that's where the sleeper cars are. And
Yeah.
they have their own dining car, and it's much nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the layout was weird. He was on the side on the New York train, how I remember
Yeah.
it, where it was like up. You know what I mean? He was on
Yeah.
he was going long ways
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of short ways. But yeah, not ideal for forming a line.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was just looking into my soul. He's like, these guys are a fucking mess.
I was gonna say. I mean, like after taking like how many
in order?
Yeah, how many edibles is that?
I was 100 milli deep.
I think I might have ended up taking 4. And when we went down there, the
I
guy
think so,
could
too.
see it in our eyeballs.
I
He
was
just
also
like,
drunk as shit.
yeah.
We split a pint of rum and all of it was gone. By the time I was down there, mine was all gone at least.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't finish mine until Sunday.
I had to get.
till the train ride home.
Well, I had to get a Corona just to celebrate the occasion. It's like, how often do you get to buy something from the bar cart?
Yeah.
Not very often. Not often enough, I should say.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should offer that service on CTA lines.
We're not being paid by Amtrak to say this.
Well,
we
here's
just
the
love
thing.
Amtrak.
This is what's great specifically for the listeners about taking the Amtrak from Chicago to Memphis. It departs at 8 p.m. No problem. Everybody can make that for the most part. You know what I mean? If you work a late shift normally,
Yeah.
you switch your shift. You can still work that day.
It's not very good sleep.
And then, I slept like a baby out of it. What are you talking about? I had so much edibles. I was in a haze. I slept like a baby.
This was a much easier ride than it was to New York. I felt like, yeah, the sleeping was easier. It's
Well,
much-
so yes, this is the reason why. The train was 8 hours. So we get on at 8 p.m. We were there early also, which is insane. We were there at 5:30 in the morning. That's just the amount of time it takes to sleep. It was great.
Yeah.
I was up enough to get high and drunk, and we tried to play tic-tac-toe, and then Justice is like, let's play Hangman. And okay, he says, let's play Hangman a mere minutes after they announce the menu for the dining car. And then he puts his hangman clue as what I'm going to get from the dining car. And it only could have been one thing. So I just looked at it and got it right. It was turkey sub. There was nothing else it could have been. The menu had 6 things on it, none of which had those letters. It was so terrible. And I was so shocked by it that I then tried to come up with one and couldn't. I couldn't come up with anything at all. Not with any category of any kind. I couldn't think of a category or a word. And we stopped playing. We went back to tic-tac-toe.
it literally stole your joy. It just stopped you in your tracks.
Well, yeah, we were just too high already. It kicked in quick.
I was going to say, it happened pretty fast.
Yeah, and then also for the ride back, same thing. You leave at 11 p.m., you'll get here at 9 a.m. I slept the whole way.
The way home worked out very
See, New
nicely.
York's fucked up because it's 18 hours. So you're going to kill 8 hours of it, like I just said,
That's
but then
so
you got
long.
another 12.
Yeah.
And the way there wasn't bad, same thing, because you start overnight. But then you wake up and you're on it for another 10 hours.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. That's why when I did that solo, that was pretty rough, I got to say. But also great. It was COVID times. Nobody could sit next to anybody. So I had a double seater, slept sideways.
Well,
That's
the seats on the way
nice.
back, having that extra leg room, that was nice too.
Oh, yeah, we had the front seats. That was great.
Yeah, you guys line right up. You're like, yo, this is great.
Well, no, well,
Remember
last on the way back
look
from New
on
York,
everyone's
we almost
face.
got stuck with those same seats, but with no windows.
There's
so that
no
was,
window on
So
it.
that was very, very like
We were like, this is
off-putting.
going to be insane.
you're
And
just
they're
like
also-
staring at the wall. You're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really, it's really. It was like no window on the side, no window on the front. You're just like staring at the paneling.
The beige.
Oh, God.
And there wasn't like an extended legroom thing like that either.
Mhm.
That's the thing. There was no perks about it. It was a shitty, shitty thing.
we had to move, dude.
And we got out of it after one stop. I think we were on the train for like an hour like that.
Oh, cool.
And then
But-
a bunch of people got off.
But
Yeah.
dude, Memphis train station at 5 a.m. is a place.
Yeah.
Like getting, I felt it was
That's
crazy.
exactly what I would expect that to look like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I will say
The worst people you could imagine.
Yeah, it was-
Deformities, drug addictions, just nothing better to do. You name it.
There was a lot of different people at the bus station. In
Train.
Memphis.
Oh, the bus station as well. Well, that was even more expected. We got to the
Oh, you said the train station in Memphis. I thought the bus station was more whack.
yeah, for sure.
do you
It's a-
remember?
Well,
it's a
bus
bus
station-
terminal,
Yeah,
and it was outside of downtown. We had
For
to
like-
walk
I think it was
north of
$1
downtown.
though. It was awesome.
It was $1.
It was so cool.
Well, because like a terrible transit system. It's just like that seemed like a terrible thing to have to do all the time.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Memphis.
I mean, I don't
but
think you don't
Yeah.
have to go to the terminal though. You know,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
How often do you visit the terminal in Chicago? I don't visit it often. Isn't it in like
what, our bus terminal?
Yeah.
Why would I ever need to do that?
I don't know. Don't people hang out there though?
Where
No.
to? Well, who's hanging? I mean,
I don't even
mean,
know what
yes.
buses go to that terminal.
What
You're talking about the one right by Union Station? That's for like Greyhound and CTA?
No, there's another one that's closer, but it's not important right
Jefferson Park, you mean?
now. I think so.
Yeah, well,
we have some larger bus terminals.
there's the only reason
Oh.
to go there is if you need to take a pace bus outward. There's
Right.
no reason for me to go there to
Rosemont. We have a
connect
bus
to
terminal
another
at
bus.
Rosemont.
Oh, you got to shoot some 9-ball.
That's the same type of thing as Jeff Park. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
transit centers to go outward.
That was the equivalent of what I'm talking about in Memphis, and it was pretty crazy. There was all different kinds of people there.
Well, it was 6:30 a.m. Much people had to get to work. Christ, I'm so hoarse.
Yeah, it's from yelling all weekend.
Yeah,
It's going great.
those damn blues clubs.
We had to take 4 days off before recording this because we were all so hoarse.
Dude, I just stopped shitting.
All the barbecue.
All we did was eat the whole
Well,
time.
yeah, because I deleted all of the things off of the Google list, I can't really go back. So the only way to recount is to
Is
continue.
memory?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what's the point of going if you don't remember?
I don't know.
just being there in the
Nothing, I don't
moment.
think.
Justice is a vibe, is what he's saying.
True.
Yeah, we had about 25 places on a list. About 21 of them were restaurants. Let me say this about Memphis. It's known as like a barbecue destination city. And what I'll say is they have barbecue.
They should go to Kansas
Like,
City.
they have it.
Yeah.
Very accessible all over.
Yeah.
They have it. It's barbecue.
So Memphis barbecue is like a 5 barbecues out of 10.
6.
Okay. I could say like
6. Central was
harder
like
6.
Central was an 8.
I like
And I think
Central
the
barbecue.
reason, my theory,
that bartender
well,
was mean.
well, that was a shitty bar, and that's why you don't pick things that go on the list.
The burger was really good though. It was unique.
It wasn't worth going there.
It
That
also
bar was
like
crazy. You
$9
know
or
that bar was
something.
crazy.
That bar was crazy.
It was horrible. That was a horrible.
That was a
bar.
dark place, but I mean, like, I'm happy we survived it. We lived through it. It was, it's again
That
the
bar
memories.
was. We were in Memphis. That bar was in the Bayou. It was horrific. Anyway,
Well, the people frequenting it too. Is just
that's
like,
what
what
I'm
are
saying.
you doing here?
And
What
they're
are you
all
doing
like, "Hey,
here?"
Gerald, you want a glass of Chardonnay?" She's like, "Yeah." Me and Billy going down to the riverboat. It's like, where are we right now? What happened?
I like the voices. The accents were fun.
Yeah.
Thick.
They were
Thick.
at that bar specifically.
Yeah, for sure. The bartender was a woman. She sounded like Patrick Mahomes.
She was trying to get drafted.
Yeah, you put a blindfold over me. I think I'm in Kansas City for different reasons. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why that bitch was shitting on Central Barbecue, because Central Barbecue tastes like good barbecue and not like Memphis barbecue. What's with it's just like vinegary, and why is the sauce so like light colored? Not that affects what it tastes like, but it did. You know?
Yeah.
It was
it's not
off.
as dark or charred.
No, and like, I mean, that first place, or was it the first? I don't know. Rendezvous. The ribs had no meat on the bones.
Yeah, that's very
Horrific.
true.
You can get ribs like that anywhere. You can go to Applebee's and get ribs as good as that place.
That's fucking true right there.
Portillo's got meatier ribs than that, bro.
Portillo's definitely has meatier ribs than that.
They got some dank fucking ribs.
Yeah, Portillo's ribs rip.
True. This did not. Rendezvous Barbecue did not.
The rest of it was fine.
Their nachos were decent.
The rest of it was all good.
But I agreed when you said it, you know, we just not necessarily necessarily have to revisit type of spot.
Not for the food, at least. But also, I don't really know what else. I think we did pretty much everything.
Yeah.
We got some pictures.
I would love to go back to Kansas City, though, but that's another topic for another time.
I want to go back for the food and for the barbecue in Kansas.
We got to really go for all of it. Yeah,
So
we just keep going back to Joe's
capacity
every
as
time.
Memphis. We should do.
But
Kansas
it's also
City.
yeah, and there's
That would be better in my honest opinion. It would be so much better.
yeah,
I don't know.
no shit. Kansas City's better. I love that place, and we went out of the way back from Colorado to go through Kansas City just to stop at Joe's one time. We stopped at Joe's and then we got back. I got home at 6 a.m. We went 3 hours out of the way or something to go to Kansas City, and it was worth it. And I would do it again. That shit's unbelievable. Now, anyway, back to Memphis.
I was about to say, so where we're at? Finally getting a car at the airport?
Yeah, well, okay, so we get to the train station.
We're not even.
I was gonna say, it's not even noon yet.
We get to the train station. It's 5:30 a.m. We have to walk like a mile and a half north to catch the bus to the airport that only departs every 2 hours, which is crazy. Because what if you need to go to the airport? That's the only way you can get there via public transportation. So we walk all through downtown, which was sprawling and wonderful and great. Loved seeing it. Little sketchy in the dark, but not really. There was just like a couple crackheads screaming. They were harmless.
They're harmless. That's the thing. It's like over there. It's like the energy's pretty. It's there is a such thing as Southern hospitality.
Yeah. What's up, baby? You know, it's wonderful.
It's sweet.
Yeah. And so we're walking through downtown as the sun comes up. It's all very nice. And then downtown kind of fades away, and then it gets into like Memphis slums. Memphis is like downtown's real nice, and then it's pretty much all slummy, which is charming. You know, there's a couple white parts that look like Schaumburg, but not many that we saw. We were in the mud on purpose. Shout out. Anyway, so we get to the bus station, see all these other crackheads and lunatics, and then a few people that needed to go to work. Mostly, it was like a swap meet over there. There were so many people. And also, I got to say, shout out to the South, tobacco's still king. You know what I mean? I was the only motherfucker with one of these pussy little pens looking like a bitch. Everybody else was smoking like Winston's. Gritty.
Healthy
South
cigar
shit.
smoke.
Yeah, the
Thick.
real shit. A lot of Black and Milds also. But
Oh, I knew that smell.
it smells good. I don't mind them.
It's like my high school janitor. You know what I mean?
I'm sure plenty of them were. So we get on the bus. We go to the airport. Justice gets off the bus.
Dude, that was one of the more alarming moments immediately in the trip.
So
She didn't have to let you back on.
there's only like 4 stops on this bus because it's going like out to the burbs. It's like 30 minutes outside of where the terminal is. There's like 4 stops. We get to the third of 4 stops. It's very clearly not an airport. I don't know what it is, to be fair. I ended up seeing on the way out it was a Greyhound bus terminal, which looks nothing like an airport in any capacity.
It looks like a bus stop.
There's no types of signage that resemble an airport. There's no control tower, radar, fences, planes. Some of the things that you might find at an airport. People, anything. There's nothing there. Justice is like, guys, this is it. Like, what are you doing? Multiple people have stayed on the bus, which I was also high and it was early and I was like, oh, maybe this is it. But people stayed on. So I was like, all right, I'm not even going to worry about it. Justice picks up all his shit in a rush, gets off the bus, turns around to face us to see like, oh, everybody's coming. The door closes on him and he panics, runs to the front before she drives off. And she lets him back on.
I thought she was gonna leave you. I thought she was gonna leave you.
I
dude.
wish she would have pulled off in a frenzy. It would have been so good.
See you in 2 hours.
Yeah, we would have made you catch the next bus. Even though, also for context, we're going to the airport to get a rental car. I didn't mention that explicitly. Because otherwise that makes no sense. You know, take the train and then get on a bus to the airport.
Well, that's the thing about our trips. Is like we're always on a quest.
Yeah, a mission had to be made.
Yeah, you make a day of it.
Yeah, well, you wanted to. I wanted to make it an hour max.
That's all we needed to do.
She lets him back on, and he comes back, and he's like, dude, I think this is the airport. And I'm like, ask her, man. Like, why are you freaking out to me right now? I was like, if we're at the airport, then great, trip's over. Hope you're right. He goes up to her and he's like, is this the airport? And she's like, what? No, like, because like, of course it's not the airport. And he's like, this is the airport? And
Alarming.
She's like, I'm going there. He's like, wait, so this isn't the airport? And she's like, I'm about to go there. Like, she thinks that he's like, hey, bitch, can we get to the fucking airport already? Because he's so stupid that he has to be that much of an asshole. Like, she had no idea that he was just that stupid in the moment. And that was priceless. I laughed until we got to the airport. It was like another 10 minutes. My stomach hurt. So the trip was off to a great start.
It's like 10:30 a.m. at this point.
If
not
even.
It's like 8:30.
Oh no, that was like the pro shop, right?
Yeah, because the bus came at like 7:20. It was like 8:15. Yeah.
Insane.
A lot had happened already.
Then we picked the car up. Then we did Waffle
We got the
House.
wide body.
Well, we pull down, we walk down to where the thing is, and the lady immediately, she's like, let me see your reservation. She's like, we don't have it. Y'all getting an upgrade. Like, on site. She did no confirmation of any kind. And then she's like, here comes somebody right now.
That was the best kind of surprise.
Some dude just pulls up in a car. She's like, he just came from the car wash. Don't worry. Like, you could definitely take this.
Yeah.
She was almost like, yeah, this guy just stole this car. You guys want
They
it?
never turned it off. Yeah, they just gave us the keys and just said, you're good.
It was running the whole time we saw it.
In and out real quick. It was a big old Ford SUV, real nice.
What were we supposed to have?
A smaller SUV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ford Edge.
I wanted SUV I like it for the vision.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of vision in that bitch.
Oh yeah. Too much. It was too big. It was very wide.
Wide, yeah.
It was like if a Crown Vic was an SUV. I used to have one. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, that's
In
true,
any
though.
tight traffic situation or parking of any kind. It
That
was
kind
horrible.
of feels like that because Crown Vics are kind of boaty.
Kind of boaty. The Crown Vic is bigger than that SUV that we had.
That's true.
You know, like it's very boaty.
Oh, I remember where we were at like 10:30. Was that like the casino?
No.
Or was that...
So
At the pro
didn't we
shop.
get the car and go straight to Mississippi?
To Waffle.
Oh, you're right. I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting ahead
So
of
we
ourselves.
pull into a Waffle House, the closest one to the airport.
Dude.
It's in Mississippi. There's tape like caution tape
That was so
blocking
crazy. That
off
was like a
half the
crime scene.
restaurant because all of them are filled with stacked tables. There are 2 people working in this restaurant. One of them's just on the phone. The other one's maybe cooking something. There's 4 people in line. 3 people come in and out immediately because they see it and they know what's going on.
And
we
they
didn't
tip,
really pick it
yeah.
up.
No, we were waiting to see what was really going
But
on.
nothing was
No.
going on was the problem.
Yeah.
And then
We
we're
just
like,
didn't know.
Yeah. And then there was 2 additional Waffle Houses, each within 5 minutes of that one. So we're just like, fuck it, on to the next. There was a dozen people working at that one.
Right.
And it was humming and beautiful and always a treat. Love Waffle House.
Yeah, never can go wrong.
Ricky's first time.
Well, I was gonna say you could definitely go wrong if you go to the first one. I'm glad that was not our first time.
Well, that's how you can go wrong.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the location, but yeah.
The second one was almost like a Denny's. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful to Waffle House.
Do you not like
Fuck
Denny's?
Denny's. Denny's is disgusting.
Where are we at on IHOP?
It's fine in a pinch.
Yeah.
They're all
What's
like the same
what's the
thing.
other one then?
Like if
Oh,
you're
Golden
in-
Nugget. You have Golden Nugget.
Well, that's a Chicago chain. There's
That's-
like 6 of them,
that's
and it's
true.
incredible in comparison.
I've only been once, I think.
Oh, I go pretty much every week.
Wow.
It's awesome.
That's a treat.
Yeah,
I love that.
but
I want pancakes from Golden Nugget right now.
they're closed. This one is anyway. Don't disrespect Waffle House.
Yeah.
Fuck Denny's. And then we booked it back into Tennessee, hit the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, former basketball stadium that is a pyramid converted into a Bass Pro Shop. One of the most southern things possible.
It's
That story was crazy though. They told you on the elevator when it was just like, if I catch a 30-pound bass,
We buying the pyramid.
we're building a Bass Pro Shop in here.
Sure
And
enough,
of course he knew it. He knew he was gonna go catch that bitch.
he's a Bass Pro.
But that's so crazy. That's so crazy where you're just like, you know what? This is like a coin toss. Like, maybe I'll build a Bass Pro Shop. Maybe something way more crucial could be here. But I get it. That's essential. They had an
Hey.
indoor firing range for both archery and guns. So, Wahlburgers,
A Wahlburgers plus a bar and grill on the roof deck.
it was nice too.
It
looked
was
really
nice. If we didn't already have 150 restaurants to
That's
go
the
to.
thing is we couldn't even stop to enjoy like the local, just like that found, those
Yeah,
found gems. You know
the
what I mean?
found
It's
gems
like,
had no
we were on a
goal.
tight schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool.
The Wahlburgers Wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know why it's called that. We should have looked at the menu to see if it was different.
They got game, probably.
They're serving gator on a bun. You know what I mean?
That'd
I
be
would
lit.
imagine such.
But the pro shop was cool. Mud Island was cool. Little peninsula park with weirdly a bunch of sculptures of rivers.
That was kind of cool walking.
I mean-
walking through the Mississippi.
It was cool, but like, why?
It did seem like also pretty inconvenient for any type of non-foot traffic.
Because it also was eventually like, this is the basin in Utah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Mississippi part made sense. We were along it.
Right.
But eventually they're just like, here's the Grand Canyon. It's like, this is all cool. I'm sure that if I'd read any of the signs, maybe I would have found out. But it was cool. And then we hit due west to Arkansas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A tri-state trip.
Bro, did we really go there like right after Waffle? Yeah.
Yeah, it went
Yeah.
Waffle House, Bass
That's
Pro
so
Shop,
crazy.
Casino, Bass
See,
Pro Shop.
That's what I'm saying.
Back
Like
to
that's why my
Mississippi.
timeline's messed up. I'm just like, it all happened so fast.
We should have just went back a third time to do the range there. To shoot
To
on the
Bass
range.
Pro Shop.
You couldn't shoot a gun.
I could try.
You're too much of a sissy.
I could try.
Just
Nah.
get a 22, just a little pea shooter, just
See,
fire
I'll
off
get a
some
little thing.
fireworks.
Nah.
That does the job.
Nah.
Yeah.
You couldn't shoot a Red Ryder BB gun.
You don't know shit about my shooting experience.
You don't have any. I know that.
I got enough.
So we got cleaned out at the casino. There's not really a story there.
Oh my
That
God.
place sucked balls.
That was so.
I was up 20 for a minute. It was pretty sick, but I spent it all right away.
Yeah. That was a waste of time. It was
Dude,
not
I
fun at
lost
all.
$10 just trying to figure out how this thing work, how the games work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what happened to me on acid at the casino one time. I'm pretty sure I just walked away from a bunch of them. Like I put money in, hit a button, and there was like a continue, and I just left. I was like, oh, I lost. I think I left a ton of money in a you know what I mean, like $5 at a time maybe, but
Okay.
pretty sure I left money in machines, or at least like plays, like I'd cash out the ticket,
Yeah.
but there was still like spins left,
yeah.
shit like that. It's hard being on acid at a casino.
I would imagine such.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I wish
A
I
lot
was
of
at that one.
simulation
That place
happening.
sucked. It was just dead. It wasn't fun. There was no excitement in the air. It was just lame.
Gamblers.
It was like being in a Walmart filled with casinos or slot machines.
Yeah, or a Sam's Club.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same crowd, yeah.
So then we drove back to Mississippi, down the street from the Waffle House, got Whataburger, which was pretty good. No
It-
complaints.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. I mean,
Didn't
I was
blow
a
me
fan of
away.
it.
They had a Dr. Pepper shake. It was pretty fire.
Yeah, you sucked that down. You like slurping?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It was the most
But I
impressive
mean,
part about the whole
as
thing.
far as like Whataburger goes, could easily never go back.
Yeah.
Just wanted to try it, you know.
Yeah.
But it was fine. Better
Yeah.
than Burger King.
Where do you rate Burger King on a scale of 3 Wahlburgers being?
Well, Wahlburgers isn't good.
So if Wahlburgers is a 3, what is Burger King?
A 3.
Oh, they're the equivalently bad.
Well, they're different things. Like Wahlburgers wants to be Shake Shack, but it's just not very good. And Burger King wants to be McDonald's, but it's not very good. You know? Like they're the equivalent in a different tier of restaurant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know. Wahlburgers is not good. Sorry, Mark. Tell Donnie to step his shit up. Anyway. What happened next? I think that's when we started drinking, and it's all just a mess. And then all we did was get drunk and eat and get drunk and eat. And I think that's it. There's not a lot to be said for the rest of that day, right?
I mean, I was about to say, like, I don't even remember when we got into the hotel room necessarily.
I don't know. Yeah, leaving where, going to where, I have no idea.
It's I mean, once we started getting to it, I mean, I think we went out to Beale Street first night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it about an hour and a
Rendezvous.
half on
Yeah.
Beale Street
Yeah.
because we bought a bottle of liquor.
donuts, and then
Well, I
we
think
got-
everybody was supposed to buy a round, and that
But we
ended up
bought,
really quickly.
but we bought a bottle first. That's
Well,
the problem.
Well, Justice bought a very botanical spirit for us.
Yeah, but like you can't go all by rounds and pregame. It's like if you're gonna
We
pregame, people don't need to buy rounds. Now look, it could work, but it didn't. Is my point. So that's what retroactively, it was a mistake.
So then the next day
We
had-
tapped out by like 11 p.m. at best.
That's true.
We went to Coyote Ugly, which was embarrassing. It's a sad sight.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like, I mean, we tried. It's just like there wasn't anything to really.
Yeah, that
keep
was
it
just a fucking
rolling.
train wreck.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though. Like every bar was dead, and we just kept pounding. That should have been the sign to be like, let's slow up and come back later.
No way, dude. We were shining.
And that's why
yeah,
it was
man.
just weird. No, we went into Jerry Lawler's bar. There was 6 people in there.
That was a historical moment, though. They had a live band.
Every bar.
Local artisans.
That's how Memphis works, and that band sucked. A bunch of places had live bands, and none of them were very
that
good
Jerry
sounding.
Lauer band specifically.
That one
sucked.
was the worst one.
Yeah, it was really
No,
bad.
he was feeling it.
And it's
I
way
know.
way louder in person. And they played the song out like their set was over, and then they started a new song, and I was like, I'm leaving.
They were performing all night. You know that's those. They got time.
That's a 3-hour set for sure.
Yeah.
And hated it. I hated that place.
Who's next, right? Like, how do you follow that up?
Close it. Close the bar down.
Shut her down.
Yeah, it's not great.
Well, when I looked it up on Google, it said it was permanently closed.
Right.
So that was an interesting discovery.
I mean, effectively, it was.
What?
They make about $100 a day there, maybe. I mean, that place was that was as empty as any place on the thing. But then we roll into Coyote Ugly, and there's like 6 people in there, but the music is bumping full club level.
We're 4 of them.
Like, I just don't get why they don't understand that, like, if it's empty, it doesn't need to be loud.
Right.
Like, there's not a lot of people in here. It's dead tonight. Turn it down.
They were working hard.
Let me hang out. Instead, they're like, yo! Like, there's, like, hype dudes that are also, like, security, so you don't start groping broads. And then there's broads that are just, like, dancing to this too loud of music to no fanfare because there's nobody in there.
Right.
There's nobody in there.
That was the most jarring thing. It was almost like walking into like a strip club like Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? It's just the motion is just kind of moving around.
Yeah, that's very poignant. But there's also like arcade games in the back, and it was just everything was just wrong about it.
I don't
That
remember
place
the
sucked.
arcade games, but
There was definitely
No,
like,
I know what you mean.
Papa
They had,
Shot.
yeah,
Yeah. Really?
yeah.
That would have been fun.
It would have but it was.
They had like a shot girl
I was
walking
so
around.
like jarred by the experience.
I didn't know if
have time
those
to
were
turn around and
free, so I
check.
said no.
No, they were definitely not free.
Right.
They were
They were
not
like
free.
$22, bro.
No, that's the body shots, you
Oh.
horny bastard. There was a girl walking around with Jello shots.
Oh no, that was for the body shot, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a tray of them.
The 20
I don't
body
know.
shots ready to go for 4 dudes.
And how would a body shot work with Jello?
I don't know.
Dumb fuck. The fuck are you talking about?
It all was just like a
But
lot.
no, the worst thing about it is that since it's dead, the security people and the girls are just like, give them money, like buy something, and it's like, no, this is a bar. Can I buy a drink?
We said 4 Jack and Cokes, please.
Yeah, and it's like those were our drinks. Like we are now customers, so like stop with the sales pitch. You know,
Right.
I don't know if they wanted you to like tip them for just like twerking near you or something, but I'm not interested. It's like, I'm going to hurt my neck. You're 6 feet tall. This bar's already taller than me. I didn't even look. You know what I mean? It was dumb. I could understand how that would be interesting if like the bar were full and you're like in the back or whatever. And it's like, oh, she's standing on the bar.
Right.
But it's like, get off the bar, bitch. There's 6 people in here. You know, like, let's just hang out. Like, you have a chill day at work today. No, they won't let it.
That's true.
This is
Felt
weird.
true.
I was embarrassed for everybody in that place, including the other patrons, because those guys were broed out.
Those guys were on more than just a couple beverages, but it looks like they were locals who love going there on Friday
Yeah, they
nights.
could tell we were not Memphis guys, and they were just like, they're all getting body shots. Get them. And we're like, no. Like, we're not interested, and you're not hyping us up. You're just screaming like everybody else in here.
One of the guys I think got one for his boy. He started recording him, and it was just a very interesting experience to watch. Like,
Yeah.
just watching like that kind of horniness, like in another man's body. It's like crazy.
I don't know why they
It
offer
was crazy.
those.
They were just like,
I
he
mean,
was leaving his seat.
I guess I get it because eventually people are going to be blacked out in there and they'll just give you $20 for that. And that's an
Right.
easy way to make a lot of money. But
Right.
like, I wouldn't want to give those out. Also, but like, imagine being that guy. You know how sad that is? Like, that would have been awesome when I was like 21. Those guys were older than us by a significant margin.
Well,
And they're like,
that's why
this
that
is
was.
super cool. It's like,
Well, that's what I
nah.
was saying. Like, those guys love going. That's a frequent spot for them.
Oh, yeah. They were stoked to be the only guys in there,
Right.
which was atrocious. Anyway, everything was empty. We went back to the hotel, went to sleep. I was very hungover the next day. That's when the next thing happened with the brunch that took forever.
That's true. We did already talk about it for a little
So
bit.
we're all caught up.
But
the
that
liquor
little-
store.
I will say in between all that little coffee shop skate park, that was really cool.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was super
cool
sick.
concept. Yeah.
Society. I
It
think
was
it's called.
it was like a sweet spot. Yeah.
I went back there for several hours.
It was
sick.
cool because the coffee shop itself was actually legit.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
I was
coffee.
worried it was either going to be too much of one or the other. It was plenty of both. So that was
Right.
cool.
They were not trying very hard and doing a great job, it seemed like, to be honest. For the coffee, at least.
Why? It was pretty good.
I know. That's just like good coffee. It's just like they were
So
very
what do you mean
relaxed
weren't
about
trying?
it. They were just good at it, I think. They were good. They're good at making their coffee. What did you get to drink there? I didn't even see cold coffee. Did anybody get any cold brew?
I got a dirty chai.
Yum.
I got a straight up black coffee. It was pretty good. It was good. Like, it was like not very acidic. That's what I was mentioning. I was upset that I like threw it away before we went to the what is it called, liquor store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got coffee there. Well, not even by choice. I think the guy was just like, for sure, like you are also getting coffee. So I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wait.
That's
So, what did you guys do in between though?
Walk.
you guys
We
went to
just
the
walked
arts
around. We just like
area.
walked around. We just like walked up the street. I don't know, just like ripped some
Yeah.
blinkers.
Yeah. That's where like the arts district was, and there was like 2 stores.
Oh,
There
okay.
was nothing there.
Got it.
Yeah,
then
and
we
then they
went
called
back.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was like pretty
Sick.
good.
That was also why I got a dirty chai, because I was going to get fucking coffee with breakfast. And you know how long it took me to even just get a cup of coffee? And then you know how long it took me to get a refill on that coffee?
Even longer.
We're sitting at the bar, buddy. Like, give me more coffee. Fuck that place. I was upset. I was too hungover to deal with that kind of wait time. I'm already impatient enough as it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There was 20 seats in that restaurant.
It was slow, and I don't remember. I wasn't that hungover, I don't think, as you. That's for sure.
Definitely not. I was rough.
Yeah, I wasn't even really paying attention. I got the breakfast shot. It was just like
That's why you weren't paying attention.
he was like, I'm mismeasured, and just gave me a bunch
He
of
gave
orange
you-
juice and a bunch of shots.
He gave you 3 fingers worth of whiskey.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
He gave you a glass of whiskey.
It's supposed to be a shot of whiskey, and they put it in a whiskey glass, and they just gave Justice a glass of whiskey.
That's true.
And he still downed it in one shot, like a lunatic.
Yeah, it was a wide glass too, you know.
Yeah. Came with bacon, though. That was pretty cool. Which was ready in time for the fucking drink.
Immediately, Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
You said what part took long? The egg? You know what I mean?
I don't know the
I-
burger.
it doesn't-
I think they fucked the burger
No,
up a couple
he
times.
said that it was the last one. Right? Like, he's like, we're just waiting on the burger. But then, after saying that, still didn't serve you guys.
Yeah.
Took about 5 more minutes. Then just served you guys. And I was like, oh, the burger must be done. That's why he just said we're waiting on it. Now he's serving everybody. That's what logic would dictate. And then I just didn't eat for 10 more minutes. They brought me a stack of pancakes that I ordered.
Yeah. Those pancakes are fire.
They were not that good.
I thought they were pretty good.
That's because you like shitty pancakes.
Their biscuits and gravy was pretty good. They used like some type of mushroom sauce.
It was fine. Anyway.
I had a great meal there.
Yeah, the meal it would have been better if it was timely.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You can't mess
So-
around with them diner burgers like that.
No, you really can't. That's silly. It's silly that it took that long.
Yeah. It's a burger.
Yeah, that too.
It's a
Like,
burger, and you guys have a
item itself.
flat top grill that's on all day. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
There's just no explanation.
And
Anyway,
then we did the museum.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the
I don't really have
Memphis Brooks, right?
I don't really have any stories from that, though.
Am I wrong?
It was cool.
It's in Overton Park. I don't know exactly what it is. It's by the Memphis Zoo too.
Yep.
It was a great time. Yeah, the Memphis Brooks Museum of Art.
Great.
Beautiful art.
Riveting stuff, as always, Justice.
Thank you. And then we did the barbecue shop.
That's where that guy called you a faggot. So,
That was a
Justice.
crazy mix, yeah.
Okay, this place, the ribs were as tender and succulent as any ribs I've ever had, but still, the sauce is an issue. They, you know,
Oh, we got barbecue spaghetti.
Yeah, that's like their signature dish. Apparently, that's a Memphis thing.
Insanity.
It was pretty good, and it was good on the Texas toast as advertised.
It was greasy.
If I went back, I would just get a barbecue spaghetti sandwich from there and like some
Agreed.
sides. The sides were slapping all over the city.
I like their brisket. I like that it was chopped up. I messed
Yes.
with that. but
Yeah, the brisket was pretty good. The brisket was pretty good at every place. But
that's fair. That's
the
brisket.
pork was so everywhere, and the ribs were
No, the pork is just hit or miss. It seems like.
yeah,
in
pretty
general.
much. Yeah,
That's why their rating is so low. It's because of the hit or miss on the pork ribs.
yeah. And everything is pork ribs. That's what's weird. They're better at beef down there,
Yeah.
but everything's pork. Like everybody's like, get the ribs. It's all baby back. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
Yeah, the barbecue shop.
so Justice gets a little Barbie on his pink sweater.
That's barbecue.
This is where it all
sauce.
really started going downhill.
And he's like, "Excuse me, sir."
Is that me?
Yeah, isn't that
For
accurate?
sure.
No.
Oh, see? That's what you sound like right now. "Excuse me, sir. Can I have some club soda?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." Fucking amateur hour over here. Buddy spilling barbecue sauce. Eat over
Well,
the
he
table.
told him too. He said, "I spilled some on myself."
Yeah. Guy brings it back, immediately gives us the checks. He's like, no longer friendly. He's like, get out. Right after he brings Justice the sparkling water. Okay? We pay our checks. Roll out. Justice first went out the door. He put so much sparkling or whatever it's called
He was about to dip his whole sweater into
the cup.
I
Yeah.
did. I did.
There was, well, no, you put a bunch in your mouth, gargled it, and then spit it all over your head.
That was really crazy. It did start to get it did start to get a little
It
crazy.
got disgusting pretty quick. And you had like a 6-inch puddle for like a millimeter stain. So it kind of defeated the purpose. The stain did not show. So I will say the club soda did work. Anyway, Justice.
Fucking yeah, bro.
Justice is the first. I told you to get it. You were trying to lick it off of your sweater and think it was going to be fine.
So I'm gonna suck it out.
Fun.
It's not how that works. Anyway, Justice storms out of the building. I'm out last. I was the last one in the back booth. The waiter comes up to me. He kind of like brushes my, doesn't brush my arm, but you know what I mean? Or somebody like, not a tap on the shoulder, but like almost a forearm grab.
Yeah, he just stopped us from leaving.
Like a hold up,
For sure.
And I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, hey, your buddy in the pink sweater. I don't know if he said pink sweater, but you know what I mean? He's like, your buddy.
I think he just
He
like
said
the pink
purple,
sweater,
purple,
yeah.
whatever, hoodie. And I'm like, yeah, well, what's good? He's like, can you let him know he's a faggot? And I go, what? He's like, yeah, can you just tell him? And I'm like, sure, man. And I got out of there and I let you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was confused at first, and then
I
was like, well, I thought we forgot to pay or something.
Laughter. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on. But I thought he was like, hey, that guy fucking shit on the seat.
Yeah, I thought
Like I didn't like maybe you shit your
card bounced
pants
or
and there was
something.
something
Yeah,
left. You pissed your pants. I don't know.
I thought we were in trouble.
Yeah. But no, he just thought you were a faggot.
He just wanted you to come back.
That's incredible.
Yeah. It also didn't happen.
Are you sure?
Totally didn't
I
happen.
don't know. I remember it differently.
That's what this keeps coming back to, and I'm not sure if it happened or not. You're making me believe that it didn't happen.
I think it happened. You're gonna spill your water.
Well, that's what I was
No.
telling you. I thought I thought I saw that.
Yeah, y'all.
So it may or may not have happened, but it happened. But it didn't.
It was the better of the barbecue, that's for sure.
I think Central was the best.
I think Central was the best, but I think that the barbecue shop was second.
Yeah. Well,
It was really good.
we only went to 3 barbecue places. Oh, no, 4, right, Rendezvous. I don't even remember that because that place was very underwhelming.
Yes. Nothing.
To me, that's
going on
the tourist one, right? Because it's in like the middle of downtown, 2 blocks from Beale. in the alley with all the lights. Like, it's the Instagram spot. I took a picture, but it was like, it wasn't anything. It was just like, same Famous Dave's.
Oh, yeah, best thing was like their nachos.
You go to any Famous Dave's, you have the same dinner, if not better.
It was brisket and cheese.
Can't go wrong, you know? It'd be hard to be bad for that.
Right.
But those ribs were awful. That was for a place that's called a barbecue restaurant.
You just
like,
sucking the sauce off the bone.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, they literally
which place
took
was
like
this?
Rendezvous.
Okay.
They literally took like discarded bones, rubbed and sauced them. There was nothing on there. Disappointing.
It was pretty wild.
So then we went back to the hotel. Well, we went to the Stax Museum too. Didn't really go in. That was in the hood. That looked like Katrina. You know what I mean? That was like
Jesus.
boarded up, baby. Shit was not going well in that neighborhood.
All I was thinking was like, this is a good place to buy some property right here.
Yeah. Could have bought that little hair salon that was 4x4. It was a whole building. It was crazy. They had a photo of Aretha Franklin's birth home, and the photo of it was boarded up and shitty. It's like, this is how you're showcasing it too? How about somebody fixes it up, maybe?
So this was in its prime.
Yeah, they're like, it looked like this the whole time.
Glass is expensive.
Then we got back to the hotel, and your boy tapped out. I was done. I sat back, watched football, and went in and out of consciousness. I eventually had to ice my head.
Did that go well?
No, I was still hungover the next day.
What was this day? Saturday? This is Saturday?
Yes, and I was still hungover on Sunday. From Saturday.
True.
We did
From
all
Friday.
those.
Effectively.
We did all those.
We did go to all those.
while
That was
you-
pretty
while
good.
You were knocked out.
That was pretty good. They had some good drinks. Charlie had this like Nutella beverage. I forget what I had. I had probably some type of margarita. But yeah, their pizzas were good. We were trying to decide which was to get. We ended up getting like the Lombardi pizza or some shit like that.
Was that the
Yeah.
ricotta meatball?
Yes, it was.
It was
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
It was
I knew it would be good.
excellent.
I knew it would
the
be
all
good.
those favorite.
I did
Yeah.
not know it would be good, because why would pizza in Memphis be good?
Well, no, yeah, that was the part I was hesitant about. But when I started seeing the pies coming out, I was like more optimistic.
It was-
and then that one in general just seemed like, even if you were to not be that great of a pizza maker, like the toppings themselves are just, I feel like lend themselves.
But the
well.
pizza itself was good. Crust
was.
was solid.
It was.
Every
It
part
was.
of it was very good pizza.
Agreed.
I was impressed. And I had it cold at the hotel after.
Yeah, shout out all
It
those.
was
Delicious.
great.
We definitely didn't need to have that meal though, because we had just been eating all day and drinking all
Yep.
day. That was just like, that was just to have a destination.
Yeah,
When we came back, we were just like in the hotel lobby. Justice had to buy us another round from the night before,
He still owes me a round.
so that was a good
I
time.
gave
We
you
were-
my
Oh,
gin.
we forgot about that part. When fucking Justice, when we were all buying each other a round, and then when it was Justice's turn to buy the round, he bought discount beers off the tap while we were all buying mixed drinks for each other, and he got us $4 beers.
spent like $70 at the hotel bar getting you a cocktail.
And he said, "No, this counts." You piece of shit. You still owe me a round.
That's fair.
Yeah, you bought the gin. I also bought the rum on the train. I didn't ask you for a dime, you selfish bastard.
Yeah, so we were just in the hotel lobby
I'm
trying to shoot the
broke right
fights,
now.
but
Yeah, and then, more
it's a
sightseeing.
recession.
Sun Records, that was fine.
That was the best places because they were the cheapest.
Everything was so cheap there.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, we
Yeah.
just ate a lot, so it added up.
Yeah.
Like Gibson's Donuts, which you ate all of them also. You're a fucking prick.
It was
This whole
it
trip,
was-
you were
it
just
was
a
like a-
giant asshole.
it was literally like $1 a donut. That place was great.
Yeah, I thought he said the price. I thought he said $16. I read it, the receipt. It was $6.
What?
Yeah, and you ate 4 of them.
We should
Before we got to the car, you had 2.
I didn't.
And then we went to go eat fried chicken
Yeah,
at
we
Gus's
were-
across the street.
I was gonna say, which is not, yeah, literally across the street, not even like a block or anything away. Like we literally just had to cross the street.
And you ate 2 donuts in that thing.
You brought them in. You said you think they mind if I bring in more donuts?
Yeah. I was like, put him in the car. He won't put him in the car. Where's the car? 10 steps from the door.
Is that where we got the jerk wings?
Bro,
That-
No,
those
that
were
was
fucking
Central
fire.
Barbecue also.
Oh, true.
Central Barbecue
Yeah.
ripped. We got
That's
like
true.
3 orders from there.
Yeah, I just kept ordering. I was just, it was crazy. Like I said, I never been so full and just still needed to continue on. Like I wasn't done with the experience, but my body was still recovering from the day before. Meat is crazy.
Yeah. Meat can keep you going.
Turn you into a monster like me.
Heavy,
Or a faggot.
heavier.
Get off your phone.
I'm looking at pictures.
Trying to remember what happened.
Yeah.
Well, catching the games at those spots was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Like
that
having,
was fun.
I will say shout out to Wiseacre Brewing Company because their
Yep.
tiny beer, that was pretty much my fuel for the trip. So I highly recommend that.
Yeah, that
I
was
hope
good.
to get some more. I messed with it. They had a beautiful brewery type set of tap room.
Unbelievable.
My
It was
apologies. Yeah,
so
both.
cool.
Astonishing,
But-
frankly.
Yeah, honestly, like
It's nicer than Revolutions.
yeah, reviving. It was
True.
reviving
Like-
after all that travel and whatnot.
Justice also.
Yeah, we went to the National Civil Rights Museum.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
I don't know, man. That was hot. That was a hot.
So first
topic.
thing in the morning when we're walking uptown to the bus station, we pass the Lorraine Motel, which is also the site of the National Civil Rights Museum because Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated there. And we walked up to the motel because I wanted to go see it. And Justice goes, who gives a fuck about this shitty motel? What are we doing here? Let's go to the bus station.
The doctor's
then-
last words.
Then we went back to it on Sunday night because we had to cut across that way. Like, it just worked out. And again, he, like, forgot and was shitting on it again. But that wasn't even what I was going to bring up.
That was not how it went down.
That's exactly
The
how it
first
went down.
time or the second time? Because the
second
first time,
time.
that's how it went down.
No, it did not.
You were like, what the fuck is this piece of shit?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you were so upset that we stopped. And it was half a block out of the way. Not even a full one.
That's awful.
You're awful. And then I'm like, all right, Justice, you're driving the car back to the airport. We just got to fill up before we bring it back.
Oh, this is what you were just about to bring up?
Yeah. More bullshit. Fake cheapskate where it's like not even a thing. You just want to make it seem like you have pennies to your name. Justice is like, I put in $15. That'll be fine. Which also, we were going to split it. So it literally didn't matter what it cost to him initially. And he puts in $15. It doesn't fill it up. And I'm like, we got it full. We have to return it full. And he's like, nah, it'll be fine. Says the guy who doesn't know shit about anything. And then he brings it back. And within 2 hours, we're charged like an extra $15.
Horse shit.
Gas was $3 a gallon. You had it 7/8 full. Like, you're such a dick. Just fill up the fucking gas tank.
It was almost a political statement at that point.
Yeah, you were like trying to prove some point. And the point is, you got money. Because
The
you're
car-
spending more than you want anyway. You know what you could have bought instead for that gas money? Me, a real drink. Got a $4 discount beer.
Car rental always wins.
Always, they get you with that little last bit.
They get you with that little ass bit.
Yeah. They've never gotten me with that. Because you just return it how you got it. They're very clear about that. Before you book, while you're booking, after you book, after you pick up the car. It's everywhere.
They're like, please,
To
just
fill
do
it
this
back
one
up.
thing.
They
Just
have
do
a
this one
meter
thing.
in the pamphlet they give you that they fill out. They're like, you picked it up this date, this time. There was this much gas in it, which means return it with this much gas in it. And you said, they won't notice.
They don't even look at that
He
stuff.
said, I got them all figured out. I'm in their head. They don't even know it yet. He said, I sleep in their bed at night with their wife, and they don't know. He thought he was pulling off the crime of the century, and it lasted about 6 minutes.
It was like an hour.
He said they'll never find us.
Was it 6 minutes from the gas station to returning it?
What? That's nothing. Never mind.
It wasn't.
And then the train coming back was late, and I was tired. And then I think I fell asleep
Dude,
within 3 minutes of sitting down.
that was exhausting. When
Like
you got
after
that train
coming home?
station.
No, the second we sat on the train.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
say shout out to Slider Inn for the Jameson smoothie beverage. That was insane. That was a fun place.
Slider Inn was pretty good.
Also, that guy who was just really, really cheering on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, well, the Grizzlies are good, so I respect that.
I mean, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, he was single-handedly holding down that bar and getting people involved.
Yeah, he was the only one there to watch the game, for sure. Everybody else was just at the bar. And he's like, oh, we watching the Grizzlies.
He said, let's go, Grizz.
He put out a Facebook event, Grizzlies watch party at Slider Inn, and he's just the only one who showed up that he's aware of.
It was sick.
Yeah,
It was
it was a pretty cool spot.
Yeah.
Good name.
The mix and match. You got to do the mix and match.
I did.
Dude, I got those little basic.
But you did the mix and match and
With-
got shit that was cheaper than the price of the burgers. You got like $8 sandwiches, and it was a $15 mix
One of
and
them was
match.
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was going to be no patty.
It says no patty.
yeah. That's
No
why
beef patty.
3 of those, like I just said, was $8
Right.
instead of $15.
Right.
Why would there be a patty on it?
I don't know.
You should have let me know.
You got it as a mix and
And
match
then
for
You should have told me. I
$15.
would have given you one of my patties. I basically had full-size hamburgers with less
With bacon
bun.
on it, too.
Oh yeah, you had
Dude,
double
those were
slices.
sick.
They were 6 inches tall.
Those
They
were,
were pretty cool.
they were too cool.
No, it was good, though. I still had a great time, even though it was just peanut butter and jelly. And
Wait. You
one of them
had?
with an egg.
Did you have what was it? Shrimp or crab one?
It was a po' boy.
How was
It
that?
was just one big fried shrimp.
Was it dank?
Mm.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's not a po' boy.
Yeah.
A po' boy is literally multiple shrimp. Throw
Yeah.
2 on there.
Yeah.
Chop them up.
Other than that, it's a kebab, you're saying.
It was one shrimp on a roll. It wasn't a po' boy.
That's
all-
really
that's
crazy.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, it filled out the bread fine. There wasn't like bread
Mhm.
gaps. I'm just saying. They give him 6 inches of a sandwich. They can't throw 2 shrimp on there?
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's true.
The other ones were fine. You know.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
I got
But I recommend that Jameson smoothie. That
Yes.
was amazing.
travel however
Overall-
far you need.
Overall,
I
it
would
sounds
agree.
like it was a great fucking trip.
It was. Mostly high, mostly drunk, mostly full.
The entire, like I said,
I barely got yelled at, by anybody. Other
that
than
was
that
impressive.
One guy.
I will say, we got away clean.
Yeah, unscathed, other than being called a faggot.
Well,
I don't know how to feel about that.
I think I gained like 8 pounds.
I think I did too.
like literally.
dude, I have
Yep.
not been able to eat food for like 2 days because I'm
haven't
just
really
over
been
it.
hungry.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
eaten like 1 meal a day, if that.
yeah.
I usually don't eat much more than that if I
Just-
do, but it's like my portions are low,
Nah, I've been on my grind still.
and
eating
my
burgers
portions
and
are
shit.
never low.
Uh-huh.
You know,
You said beef cheese,
Papa Bear eats big old portions.
brisket.
You know it.
I need ribs every weekend. Sunday dinner, baby.
Let's make it happen.
I
Get
want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
ribs.
We gotta go back for some more nachos.
I ate a baby. Anyway, that was Memphis.
Yeah, the train home was a good time.
I just slept. I slept. I woke up in Homewood.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I got about 7
somebody
minutes.
died on our train though. That's
something.
for sure.
Something happened.
It was bad. That's why we were so late.
We were stopped for a while.
It was very bad, I guess. They explained to us over the thing, but every time they started talking, I had headphones in. I went to take it out.
I was
it
in and out
ended.
of sleep every time. I heard the end of one. They were like, "Yeah, they're in an ambulance."
There's
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!"
Didn't even notice.
I just went back to sleep.
Oh, like, turn that damn light back off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, y'all are taking him to a hospital in Homewood. He's
Yeah.
not gonna be okay.
Just call it.
Y'all should have just took this train all the way. He could have went to a real hospital.
I think somebody got into like a fight. Is from
I hope
what
so.
I heard.
Oh, that'd be great. That's
Not-
fun then.
Not like just somebody. Yeah, I don't know.
Good.
That's the train.
Yeah, turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are looking to fight on
On
the
the train?
for
Yeah.
sure. You
That
gotta,
train was
you gotta
crowded all the
not
way
talk
home.
to
That's for
people.
sure. A lot of people were there.
Yeah, people ride it.
People go all
That's
the way
why
to
they.
Chicago.
That's why they run them.
It's
you know?
nice.
I'm an Amtrak guy. We were
Love
gonna go. I wanted it to be Nashville, but the Amtrak doesn't go there.
Nah, it was
How
better
do
this
you,
way.
you can only fly,
You could drive.
drive or fly, walk, hike. You want to bike there?
You could do all those things. You just can't take
But
the
you
train.
just can't take the fucking train.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. And I ain't taking no bus.
Oh, I forgot bus. That's one.
I
one
would
of
just.
the modes
It
I
would
forgot.
make more sense to just rent a nice whip and drive it out and back.
It must be. I don't know. It must be a tough train to build. You know.
Do you think any train's easy to build? We literally only built our trains because we had Japanese slaves do it.
that makes it probably not easy? Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
Mm. You should read.
The the metro specifically. The Amtrak specifically.
Almost exclusively.
Do you think the Amtrak has exclusive train lines? You don't think that freight trains use the same tracks?
No, I never really thought about it.
You didn't think about it, even though we ran parallel with a bunch of freight trains the whole time?
I was mostly sleeping. I guess I didn't even notice. I've never noticed all the. I've noticed some freight yards as you come into cities, but I've never noticed them running. Yeah, I guess I have noticed them running. On
Have you ever noticed a freight train on a metro track? You never once in the suburbs were stopped,
Been in the tracks and been like, fuck, I hope this is a metro.
and then you're there for 25 minutes? That's because trains go on the same tracks. There's not like, how many networks of trains could there possibly be? Do you understand how much infrastructure goes into building a railroad?
Project Skytrain.
They're not just throwing these things down left and right. Oh, we got a train over here, train over there. Where do you want to go? Like, no. There are set. Oh, my God.
What?
It's just like, what am I doing that's so different from what you're doing? Like, that you just have no idea?
No.
Like, you think I researched this? It's just like, oh, trains go on these tracks. Because these
Yeah,
are train tracks.
That's
So
great logic.
a train will go on them.
I'm speaking specifically about the. What did you say?
That's pretty specific.
The slaves that designed them. You're saying.
We gotta shut
No,
this
they
down.
built them. It was a World War II thing. You gotta look it up. Give me a book report for next episode. Next episode, we're gonna do Japanese slaves building trains and Martin Scorsese's The King of Comedy. So tune in next week for another great episode. Justice, thanks for being back. This is 4 in a row to start the year.
What a great time.
Ricky, it's been a minute. Pleasure as always.
Once a
True.
week.
I finally get a mic where I can hear myself on, so that's good too.
Yeah, we worked that out.
We're moving
this
stuff
time.
around.
Yeah.
We're growing. We're growing.
Rate, review, subscribe.
It went swimmingly.
It was fine. And remember, I are fat. You are fat. We are fat. Calculator.